Hello guys, thank you for joining me today on my channel. I'm really happy to share with you today a design team project I created for CVS using their Bohemian Dream collection. And this layout is about, our theme this week was to create a layout about something that we're grateful for. So like most parents, I am grateful for my little monkeys, and I decided to scrap about them. They're usually the muses of all my layouts, but I guess today is no exception, but I really am thankful for them. So the photo that I'm scrapbooking is one that was taken on Mother's Day of 2017. So it's recent and, well, more recent. And it's me and both my girls. And we were just sitting on the front porch of my house, and my husband snapped this picture, and I'm really happy he did. And I think I'm going to make it a tradition that every year we take a photo on either Mother's Day or Father's Day or whatnot. Yeah, so I decided to start with that gorgeous wood grain paper from the collection. I love it. It's like a whitewashed kind of like vintage looking wood. And I know that my layouts, I usually have an idea when I go into creating what I want my layout to kind of look like. So I kind of start visualizing it in my head even before it goes on paper. So in this case, I knew that I wanted it to be bottom heavy. Bottom heavy, is that correct? Bottom justified, maybe? Yeah. So I'm going through the collection, and I'm going to give a place, well, I have already, I'm slower than my actual creating, but I'm slower in talking, I should say, than my actual creating, because this is sped up ×4. But I've created a foundation for my photo to sit on, and I just took some strips of paper from the collection and just kind of created a base and a foundation. So now you see that I'm matting my photos. My photo, just one, not plural, singular. And I'm choosing papers from the collection that I absolutely adore. And I love everything from this collection. It's really hard. When you have a lot to work with, it's hard to narrow down what you're going to use, right? So first world problems for sure, having too much. But yeah, I'm very blessed that Zoe keeps us so well stocked. Her design team packages are extremely generous, and I'm very grateful and thankful for that. I never run out of things to create with. And you guys know that I like to embellish heavily, so isn't that a plus? Imagine if I didn't. I could scrapbook for years. So those two hearts that you see there are actually leftover die cut pieces from a cut file I created with, I think it was last layout. So, and I had them on my desk, and I knew I didn't want to toss them because, first of all, they're hearts, and second of all, they're in the Bohemian Dream collection papers, right? So, I mean, how could I not use them for something else? So, I'm going to use a few of them, and I'm working on my title right now. So, those stickers are hardcover, and they're in a like pink vinyl puffy kind of material. And I'm going to use dream, the word dream there, from the chipboard titles or the chipboard element page. And I'm just going back and gluing everything down because you guys know about my trust issues. And I should say my trust issues with adhesive. So I've adjusted all my letters, and now I'm just going in and gluing them all down. And so the dream part of it, I'm also using some foam adhesive because part of it is on my photo, and my photo is elevated up on a foam sheet. So I need to make sure that it's even throughout. And now I'm going to begin on my embellishing. So like most of you, embellishing is my favorite part. It is the most fun, I think, out of, scrapbooking. It's when you get to decorate things, right? You get to make things actually pretty. So now that I have my base down, which is my title and my photo, now the fun can begin. So I'm going through the sticker accents, and I'm also going, I'll be going soon through the ephemera pack and choosing pieces that I want to create my clusters with. So at this point right here, I'm just sticking down some labels and some tabs that are through the sticker element sheet, and I'm always so tempted to use that frame, but it's like I don't want to waste it. You guys know the way I feel about frames. I absolutely adore them. So it's like, if I use this, I won't have it anymore. even though I have a couple spares, right? But in this case, it didn't actually work because it's wood grain and that background paper is wood grain as well. So I had a good reason this time. So there's a little tag that I'm going to be using there in the bottom right hand corner, and I've just popped it up on adhesive. No, I didn't. I popped it up on foam sheet, and I've actually double popped it up. And I'm looking right now for some pink twine to add through the hole at the top to actually make it look like a tag, so it's not naked. And now I'm using my hot glue. I found that I'm really enjoying using hot glue. I discovered this, I think, at the beginning of the year. And I don't remember who it was that I saw on YouTube use a hot glue gun to scrapbook with. But I thought it was ingenious because what's faster drying than hot glue, right? I know it's not acid-free and lignin-free, but I don't care. As long as these scrapbooks bring some joy and, you know, happiness to my peoples, then I'm going to use it, right? Why not? I know it's not going to go anywhere, and I'm not going to have trouble, and I'm not going to have issues finding my embellishments at the bottom of my page protectors. So, yeah. So I've used some florals from the collection, and they're so beautiful. Like, they're purpley pink shades, and they're just absolutely phenomenal. I am extremely excited about the florals in this collection. I wish I could grow a garden of ephemera. That way I could use them on paper. Does that make sense? Okay, so here's where the sentimental part of this layout comes in. So from the vellum sheet, from the vellum die cut pack, there are butterflies in there, and I decided to use 3 of them to signify me, which is a larger butterfly, and the 2 smaller ones to signify my 2 little baby girls. So this is very sentimental to me. It represents us. It represents, you know, what we are. You know, we're girls, and they're my babies. They're my family. So, man, I don't want to get all sappy on you, but those girls mean the absolute world to me. So yeah, so I'm just going in and filling in now with the other pieces from that same vellum pack. And I believe I'm also going to create a top cluster, if I'm not mistaken, and I remember correctly. We shall see. I'm sorry I'm a bit out of frame. I forget that I'm recording at times, and I end up moving my layout, and then I'm not in frame. For the most part, at least, it's not so bad this time. And I'm partially in frame, but usually I'm totally out of frame. But this time, I guess it's okay. So yeah, I went to go grab some metallic thread, and I'm using the gold. And I'm just going to create like a little nest. I just wrap it around my fingers, and then I put a whole ton of glue, a lot. And in this case, I used a flare button that's also from the collection. And actually, I wanted to mention that with the butterflies, I only glued the center of them down. This is because I want to pop up the wings slightly. So, and I really want them, I don't want them to look so flat. I want them to look more like they're in flight or in motion. So that's why I did that. And now I'm going through this is the sticker accents, and of course I'm looking for my words, right? My tiny type, those are my favorite. So I know that they're sticky. And they're pretty sticky, but I just go that little extra mile, and it doesn't matter what manufacturer it is. I do this with every single one. I just glue the backs anyways. And I even do that with thickers. The foam ones are pretty sticky, so I don't usually do it with thickers, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I have trust issues with adhesive. So that's it. This is pretty much the end of my layout. I'm just finishing off with some Heidi Swap Color Shine in gold, and that's pretty much it for the layout. Oh, I decided to take some enamel shapes and add it to my O's. So I thought that was cute. Giving the page a good sprinkle, and that's it for my layout, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. I appreciate all you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Take care, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao.